Despite having one of the best trainers and probably one of the best day traders on the street at the time, I was not gaining any ground. I was interviewing for other jobs, and I was losing faith and hope on myself. And this was even having a pro trader kind of feed me some of his strategies. I had an environment for success. I had this incredible technology. But really what would happen is, even though I would have some decent trades, I would always have these big losses. And I kept improving. And this was really a trait even of my trainer, having some of these really epic wins just because some of what we did had so much edge, but a lot of it would just be sent into the ether, just millions of dollars burned in dumb places. And when I started to analyze that and really go deep, at that point in my career, I was starting to really excel. I was even approaching the top 10 at that time, but what would really keep me out of kind of the top of the leaderboard was every year I would just have millions of dollars in kind of big losses, and nobody else in the firm was kind of really doing that. And it's like, wait a second, Lance, like this isn't so normal. Like if I can just remove, obviously losses are a part of trading, but if I can just avoid some of these bigger ones, that's going to have such a disproportionate effect on my trading. And so I did this very big deep dive on my whole career at that point. And one thing became abundantly clear is that on my best trades immediately went in my favor. And my absolute worst trades and biggest losses, those were all trades where I was fighting the trend, and they essentially never, ever went in my favor. And it sounds paradoxical and almost like it's hindsight, but it's not, right? There's trades that immediately work and there's trades that don't. And so often that's because we're fighting the trend. And as I've now worked with probably hundreds of other traders, 7-figure traders, 8-figure traders, beginners, whatever, every experience level, it's such a commonality that our best trades tend to work in our favor. Not all of them, but definitely most. And it's a heuristic that we can start to then kind of work with. So how did this end for me? Nothing short of world domination. What I really wanted to do today was kind of share some of the P&L stats. Compliance ended up nixing that, but I did end up sending P&L screenshots to Richard. You get so many just haters on Twitter. Oh, Lance is a scammer, which I always laugh at because I have no sold product. Oh, Lance blew up or Lance that. Nope. I just run a nonprofit now to try to give back to the world. I promise you, Rich has seen some awesome 8-figure P&L, and these trophies I like to think speak to themselves. So Rich, can you verify to the public that I am who I say I am?